What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Channel. My name's AJ Gales. How y'all doing? We are going to be taking a look at an article here on Games Radar, written by Ben Tyrer. Hopefully that name's correct. Finally, as the name of this video says, it's been announced. Mass Effect Legendary Edition has been announced. This was on N7 Day. Yeah, that was yesterday. Had to check the date. Alongside a new Mass Effect game. So here we go. We finally have confirmation that the Mass Effect remaster has been announced, and honestly, I'm glad that they announced that Mass Effect isn't dead. I haven't fully read the article. I've skimmed it a little bit. I'm just glad, like I said, that we're going to get another, that this collection is official. I mean, we've all known it's probably real for a while now, but it's nice to have the official announcement. And as far as the new Mass Effect game is, I'm not 100% sure what it is, so I'm curious. We'll read more into it. Real quick, though, before we hop into the article, I want to make a quick announcement. For anybody who wants to see the weekly show, I'm going to be changing how I'm going to be doing things for another few weeks. I'm not going to be doing, like the one big show on Sundays or whatever day that I end up doing it. I'm not going to do one big show. I'm actually going to do shorter, more focused news article videos. The reason for that, a lot of the people I follow on Twitter, generally all the people I follow on Twitter, because they're, game journos and everything, have a particular political theory right now. We're post-election in the U.S. Well, technically post-election, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. I just don't feel like getting sucked into Twitter version of that, because look, I like politics and everything. I like political theater. Not on Twitter. So I'm just kind of avoiding my Twitter, my Twitter feed and everything. I'm still checking it, posting announcements and posting video links and everything. I'm checking for notifications from you guys if you ever send me articles or anything, which feel free, send me articles. I'll check them out. Because I think either later today or tomorrow I'm checking out a video from another subscriber who sent me some, hey, check this out. So, I'm checking my account and everything for that. It's just I'm avoiding my feed, so I'm not seeing all the scrolling news. So like I said, just for another probably 2-3 weeks maybe, we won't do a full-on weekly show, but I'll try and at least do 4 or 5 of these a week of just focused news article videos. So there you go. There's my announcements. It still lasted longer than I wanted to. Either way, let's jump into this article here. The long-awaited Mass Effect Legendary Edition has been announced on N7 Day alongside confirmation that BioWare is working on a new Mass Effect game. You can watch the trailer of the remastered trilogy below. Your choices, your squad, your shepherd. Relive the legend of the remastered edition, the highly acclaimed trilogy. Mass Effect Legendary Edition arrives spring 2021. Let's check out this trailer. This is maybe an unpopular opinion. I'm not a fan of Tali from the Mass Effect franchise. Just never liked her character. She never clicked with me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't hate her, but That's nice. I'm just glad that, like I said, that this has been made official. The Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which is coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC, will release spring 2021. A post on the BioWare blog confirmed. It'll contain the first 3 games in the series, as well as their respective DLCs, alongside promo weapons, armor, and packs. Okay, I figured that it would include all that stuff. I'm surprised that it's not coming to next gen. Maybe there will be some backwards compatibility stuff there, but whatever. Writing on the side, Casey Hudson, Vice President and Studio General Manager of BioWare, said, and I quote, "For many months now, our team at BioWare has been hard at work updating the textures, shaders, models, effects, and technical features of 3 enormous games. Our goal was not to remake or reimagine the original games, but to modernize the experience so that fans and new players can experience the original work in its best possible form. The Legendary Edition will be a 4K UHD remake, bringing the adventures of Commander Shepard, Garrus, Liara, and the rest of the gang to modern consoles with faster frame rates, according to Casey Hudson. He also revealed that the Legendary Edition will have targeted enhancements for PS5 and Xbox. Excuse me. Hiccup. For PS5 and Xbox Series X, with more information to come in the next year. On top of that, Hudson also revealed that a brand new Mass Effect game is in the works, sharing the first bit of concept art for the previously unannounced title, which you can see below. Hudson didn't have much more to share about about that, though, saying, and I quote, "A veteran team has been hard at work envisioning the next chapter of the Mass Effect universe. We are in early stages on the project and can't say any more just yet, but we're looking forward to sharing our vision for where we'll be going next," end quote. Within 7 day well underway, this is the news that Mass Effect fans have been waiting for some time. Fingers crossed that the Legendary Edition will keep us occupied while we wait for the next adventure in the series. Yeah, seriously, Dragon Age 4. Can we get some more announcements on that? But no, in all seriousness, I've made it clear that I love the idea of the Legendary Edition. But let's talk for a second about the new Mass Effect game. I'm not sure what I want here. I've talked a few times about what I would like to see out of another Mass Effect game. And I mean, there's a lot of moments, in the past in terms of Mass Effect that we know of that, like if we wanted to do a prequel, that I think would have been really cool. I've seen people suggest the Rachni. What was I saying? The Rachni war between the Krogans, the Rachni, and all that. All the stuff with the early genophage. So I think that would be pretty cool to kind of set a game in. But if they go the prequel route, I think the time period that I want to see the most is the Contact Wars, as the humans just cross the mass relays and have their contact war with the Turians. I want to see that. That's the war that I've wanted to see in Mass Effect for a long time. So I would love that game. I've had people tell me that it would turn itself kind of more into just a pure third-person shooter. How do you do a lot of RPG elements? And I think you can kind of go back and retcon some story. If I had to give you like how I think it would work and still keep like the whole universe kind of exploring kind of vibe that Mass Effect is so well known for, I'd say you'd be kind of like a special ops unit, that you and a few other companions, maybe you pick up some aliens along the way, because I mean, what's Mass Effect without being able to bang aliens like Captain Kirk? But pick up some other aliens and making contact with them and exploring and kind of working their way to fight against the Turians. I think that would be a really interesting game. If you're going to go the prequel route. Now, we also have to think of the other side of this. What if they continue the Andromeda storyline? Which, look, super unlikely. I'm going to be entirely honest. I think if Mass Effect, they're going to try and separate themselves from Andromeda as much as they can and go, look, we're going to be doing something totally different. Even though I say that, I would like to see the Andromeda storyline continue. I know this is weird. I've always kind of defended Andromeda. I've always said, look, the game wasn't great. It was okay. But as far as a Mass Effect game goes, it does not hold up to the original trilogy. But it's still not an awful video game. It's got its problems for sure, but it's not awful. It's okay. I want to see that storyline continue. I like the concept of having the twin main characters. I thought the crew was interesting. I liked. Honestly, I like the idea of the Andromeda Galaxy. You kind of going off on an exploration sort of mission, not a military excursion necessarily. Yeah, our enemy. It ended in a weird place with the enemies and everything. I'm trying to remember the exact ending of the game, but I know it didn't necessarily end on a cliffhanger, but it left itself open for a sequel. We didn't defeat the main enemy. We didn't really figure out who they are, what their overall motivation was. So yeah, I feel like there's still more story to be told in the Andromeda franchise. So that's just me. But I would say more likely than anything, this game is going to end up being in its own universe, its own thing. It's going to just kind of do what Andromeda did and just say, look, we're just kind of leaving the other stuff behind. We're going entirely, here's our game. You know, it's going to be brand new. It's going to be its own thing. That's my take. I don't know if anyone else agrees, disagrees, whatever, but that's my take. So, I don't know. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments. Tell me what you think about the Mass Effect Legendary Edition itself. Tell me what you think about the actual new game. What do you think? Is it going to be a prequel, a sequel to Andromeda, or just something entirely new? Like, what do you guys think about that? Or hell, here's another idea that we really haven't talked about. What if it's set during the time that Shepard's out doing his whole Spectre thing? You know, it's set during that time period. That while Shepard's out doing his whole thing, you know, maybe we'll do something that takes place parallel to the original Mass Effect game. You know, we'll see Miranda there on a ship with our character who's a Cerberus agent. You know, and we're doing stuff behind the scenes in that, or maybe we're some sort of spec ops kind of guy, again, kind of using that idea, working alongside the human military. So while Shepard's doing his whole Spectre thing, we're kind of working behind the scenes, doing missions to further the cause of the humans. I don't know. I mean, that's entirely possible. Because, I mean, we've only followed really one crew during the spans of the original trilogy. So we could see something that takes place parallel to those. I didn't even think of that until just now. So who knows? I mean, I kind of like that idea of the Cerberus agent. You know, like I said, having Miranda kind of come back and be their advisor, so we see a little bit more of her, and a new crew and everything. We get to see I think that could actually be pretty cool. Although I guess if it's early Cerberus, it would only be a cast of humans, so maybe that wouldn't work. I don't know. Either way, guys, I think that's really all I've got to say. So, like I said, let me know what you think. You know, do you actually, now that I bring it up, do you think the parallel to the original trilogy would work? Do you think it's going to be a sequel to Andromeda, something entirely new, a prequel? What do you guys think this new game is going to end up being? So, all right, like I said, I think that's about all I got here. Thanks so much for watching, guys. As always, social media is in the description. Like, comment, not already, please subscribe to the channel. And until next time, my name's AJ Gels, the Something Game channel. I'm out.